This is the HQ Stitch 710. Beautiful machine, has so many features. Let's go through some of the features so you can see what we have. First of all, I'm going to lift the lid here, and you can see that we have 170 different stitches. So we have 6 different modes of stitches, including alphabet. The maximum stitch width of the 710 is 9 millimeters. So you can take any of these stitches along here and alphabet and make them up to 9 millimeter and down smaller if you'd like. But I love that 9 millimeter because it gives you a larger stitch sometimes that you're looking for. It also has the stitch length, the maximum is 5 millimeters. It stitches at 1,000 stitches per minute, and it has a lot of storage up here for your feet, for the feet that go on the machine. It has an automatic tensioning system, and you have your presser bar attachment or adjustment right here, and so that if you're stitching with fine fabrics, you can adjust that tension. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that down, but I want to open this up. Look at that. You can see the inside there. So if you're having problems with threading or you get some thread caught in there, you can open that up and you can see what's going on in there. And here is your needle threader. So you've got a nice needle threader there. And the other thing is we've got a lot of lights here under the throat of the machine and extra lights around here so that you've got a good view for stitching. Let's go ahead and close that up. Let's go to the front of the machine, and you can see right here that we have the stitch speed, so you can go down to a slow speed or up to a fast or medium. We have a thread cutter, needle up, needle down, lock stitch, reverse, and we have a stop-start button. This is really nice. If you decide not to use your foot pedal, you can just press that button and it will start stitching. A nice feature too with this is when you press the start-stop button and then you press the lock stitch, it will only stitch one repeat of your design. So if you just want to do one, press the start-stop and then press the lock stitch. Okay? Now, I talked about the 9 millimeter stitch width. And the thing about the 9 millimeter, that means that your feed dogs they're wider apart. They're apart from each other, and you have extra feed dogs there. So what happens is if you have a smaller foot, it doesn't necessarily ride along both of the feed dogs, but because of the feet that go along with this machine, it does ride. It's wider so that you're getting that even feed on the machine. And this machine has what we call a nice superior even feed because the feed dogs, as they're going on other machines, it kind of goes in an oval shape, but this one goes in a box. The feed dogs feed, and so you're always getting complete even feeding. Okay? Now let's go across the machine over to the display. We can program in the modes and then program your stitches through the numbers. You have a program here that you can actually have as your stitch and it stops. You can have it cut automatically. You have your stitch length, your stitch width. You can elongate some of the stitches. You have safety feature. There's a key down here with safety features. And you have memory, so you can program. It has 50 different stitch combinations that you can program in here to save. It also has quick buttons down here for needle position, for your 1/4 inch, for zigzag, and for the needle positions. This machine has 91 different needle positions, so that as you adjust your needle width on your using your needle width button up here, it does do 91 needle positions. I tested it and it really does do that. Okay, another thing up at the top as we look at the lid here, we have a straight stitch needle plate that we can add to the machine, and it actually comes with it, but you will put that on the machine, and then it has your buttons up here And again, I said you have your quick buttons down on the display, but it kind of shows you what the different numbers that you'll type in for your buttons. Okay, we can do drop the feed dogs on this machine so that you can do quilting. And there's 11 inches of quilt space, or of workspace here, 4.7 inches in height. Look at this. I'm going to take this off, and so then now you have a free arm there. I am going to open this up. You have storage space, you have storage space, and more storage space. So with this and as we open up the top of the machine, you have storage space there as well. So a lot of storage space. This right here is storage space. That's hard to say. Storage space for your straight stitch plate. So I'm just going to show you that, and I'll get to those accessories in a minute, but that's how that goes in there. All right. Go ahead and put that down. Place that back on there. Now, let's go to the accessories and see what comes with the machine. First thing we have here is a screwdriver, and you'll use that for taking off your foot and your mount to change different feet. We have a stylus. You'll use that for your screen, for your display screen. A seam ripper, a lint brush. Now let's look at the feet. We have a rolled hem, a zipper foot, a satin foot, an open toe satin foot, a blind hem, an overcast foot, a 1/4 inch foot, and a button foot. So you can sew buttons on with this machine. We have a spool cap, a spool pin, a felt cushion, a small spool cap, and a special spool cap. Okay, this is your straight stitch needle plate. So you have just your holes there, and you can change your needle position. A cloth guide, an even feed foot. Then we have a quilting foot with 2 different feet, a closed toe. So you can see that closed toe and the open toe. And those attach to this attachment. Then we have a clear view foot that attaches to this as well. We'll come back here. We have the knee lift, the automatic buttonhole attachment, the stabilizer plate that goes with the automatic buttonholer, 4 bobbins, and these are class 15, so they're a little wider than a normal L-class bobbin. Needles, and a darning foot. And with your needles, it comes with different size needles and also a twin needle, so you can use a twin needle on this machine. The optional accessories that are available for the HQ Stitch 710, first of all, the table, the extension table. Let's look at this table. Let's hold that up there. You see the glare of it in the camera lights? Okay, so look at that. We have more places to put all of our fun toys and tools that we have. Let's put this on here, show you how this works. You're going to take off your other extension table and you'll put this on. Again, this has the feet that you can screw out and make it the right height for your machine. Has your ruler along here. And then because we've taken off the other assembly table or the extension table, your feet are some of them have disappeared away from maybe where you're working, and you can put them in here or anything else you want to put in here. So awesome. Lots of workspace for quilting because this is 11 inches of throat space. Now let's look at some of the optional feet. We have a clear view 1/4 inch foot. We have a clear view quilting foot with stitch in the ditch attachments. We have an applique foot. And we have a straight stitch even feed foot. This foot actually will work with your straight stitch plate and with your even feed foot attachment. So to attach that, you'll just slide that off, this one off, because this one has an open space there to do, zigzag. Take this and you'll just slide that in there and slide it on, and then you'll be good to go. Also, it has a 1/4 inch straight stitch foot as well. The last accessory that we have is a cloth guide, and I'm going to take this over to the machine so you can see how this actually attaches to the machine. So we're going to go over here and just snap that down on the plate, and then that will slide right there, and you can get any size. Of course, that's too far because your needle would pierce it, but you can get any size seams that are larger than what your throat plate here shows. So you can slide that along there, and that's a good guide for you for stitching any seam.